Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brooke asks Ridge if he's given any further study to Eric's surprise withdrawal party. Sorry, what? They're surprise retiring him? That won't go well. Right on cue, Eric enters with Donna and reminds his son that his name is on the structure. Seconds laterally, the lot of them hear Bill hollowing in Katie's office about how poorly manhandled she's been. Formerly again, he implores her to come to Spencer, your true family company. Ridge incontinently works himself into a lather. He doesn't like Bill roving the FC hallways. The dressmaker can't take it, he has to go defy his nemesis. How far down is Katie's office? It seems to take Ridge periods to get there, considering he could hear Bill from across the hall. Why is Bill there? Ridge wants to know. To defend the woman I love, Bill says. Can we imagine being defended at a job where your to-do list includes not having to do diddly? After the marketable break, Bill lights into Ridge about him and Brooke bringing in an outside PR establishment. You treat Katie with discourteousness and a lack of appreciation, Bill huffs. Does Katie feel the same way? Kinda, she says. Ridge admires what Katie does. We do. We who? Bill asks. Ridge, Brooke, Zend? In the CEO's office, Brooke explains Ridge's strange jest. By saying he's super busy. Eric can help, he just needs to be asked. When Ridge returns, he rants about Bill filling Katie's head with the notion that she's uncredited. Eric wants a word with his son, right also. Ridge is busy but no way too busy for the author of the company, he assures Eric, cooling down. Latterly, the primogenitor says that he doesn't like feeling like a guest in his own structure. That wasn't the intention, Ridge says. But every time they start to talk, Ridge gets pulled down by another business call or textbook. Ultimately, Eric offers gentle review of Ridge's new designs. What are you getting at? He asks as if it wasn't egregious. In the exchange, Brooke and Donna look over Ridge's new sketches and agree that he's no way happy till they're perfect. That and taking on utmost of the CEO duties is getting to Ridge. Why doesn't Ridge spare on Eric, the man who tutored him everything he knows? Donna asks. Donna goes so far as to suggest that Ridge is less concerned with Eric's heritage than his own. He wants to be an important part of this company again, Donna says of her husband. He wants to be a developer, not a company charm. She explains that he's always sketching at home, and he wants to be part of the couture design platoon again. What about the pressure? It's who he is, Brooke. Back at Spencer, Bill is still ranting and raving about how Katie is always drawing up the Forresters' messes. Is this about you, or is it about me? She asks. It's about her, Bill insists, also apologizes for letting the powder keg explode. What does Katie want? As the occasion draws to a close, he backs off for fear of obliging her. She appreciates him standing up for her. Whatever you do, he promises, I'll do anything I can to help you. She doesn't need him to fight her fights like a superhero. He'll always be there nevertheless. In Forrester's main office, Eric respects Ridge on the job he's doing, substantially independently. He's doing too much, however, Dad says. You're drowning in it. Eric hopes the most important thing he tutored Ridge was collaboration. So let me back by, he asks his son, not as some statuette, as ACO designer. You and me together, let's make history again on the couture line. Luna death will hit her father Finn redundant hard. The good croaker will catch a case of carpe diem after losing his bio son. Will he try to make effects right by spending time with his birth mama Sheila? The last time Luna failed Finn couldn't have watched less, but this time around the good croaker feels shamefaced after talking to Dylan about the auto accident. Finn cut ties with his birth mama and son for his woman Steffi, but now he's having alternate thoughts. However, he could have at least been her croaker and got her internal health help, if he didn't want to be her pater. After losing Luna and realizing how cold he treated her when she was obviously mentally ill, Finn will start gravitating towards his birth mama. Steffi Forrester will try to remind her husband of her duns, but if he'd stood up to her before he'd have been suitable to save his worried son. Sheila Carter and her son could bond together over losing Luna, but Steffi will make it delicate for them. In Sheila's defense, she did just save Steffi and Hayes' lives during her granddaughter's last rage at the sand house, and lost another toe in the process. Shouldn't that score some elf points with her enduring son-in-law? Despite the fact that Finn's mama has made so important progress, the odds of Steffi lifting her Sheila ban are slim to none. Still, his woman might change the cinches and serve him with divorce papers if Finn keeps crossing over to Team Sheila. But after losing his son, Finn might just contend on having a relationship with his mama. Finn needs his mama after losing his son, Steffi being cold-hearted, or is she right to refuse to lift the Sheila ban? Eric to have a new war on his hands. Dylan confesses to Finn and Steffi. Bill has a business proposition for Katie. Dylan formerly told Electra some shocking news. The art school teacher says that she was the bone. Who hit Luna? Chief Bradley saying it was a riddle who hit Luna. Dylan also claimed to Electra that the police formerly know the verity. Dylan stops by to see Steffi and Finn. Still, they're stupefied when Dylan confesses to being the bone. Who hit Luna? Blubbing, Dylan apologizes for killing Finn's son. Steffi will assure Dylan that it was an accident, and Luna was going to spend the rest of her life behind bars anyway. As for Finn, he might tell Dylan there's nothing to forgive. Still, he'd intimately be having trouble managing with Luna's death. At the Spencer manse, Katie will be reeling over Ridge's decision. Katie expressed gratefulness toward Brooke and Donna. Katie could be intimately feeling like she's being replaced. Katie will admit what's going on to Bill. That's when Bill suggests that Katie stop taking orders from Ridge, Eric, and Steffi. Bill wants both Katie and Will to come to Spencer Publications. Will and Electra eavesdrop Bill's converse with Katie. While Katie has a delicate decision to make, so does Will. Hope and Liam should get near to getting wedded. Cleric likely gets near to Taylor. Still, Sheila is going to get suspicious soon enough. Finn truly deserves the joy of drinking a new baby girl into his life. Finn a fresh launched son alongside Steffi, especially after the tumultuous events girding Luna. Finn takes immense pride in being the father of Hayes, and he also excels in his part as a stepdad to Kelly. While Finn cherishes Kelly as if she were his own child, he also shows great respect for Liam, admitting him as her natural father. Finn feels a deep sense of loss over the occasion to raise Luna, a situation he wishes he could alter. Had he been apprehensive of Luna's true lineage from the veritably morning, he'd have eagerly stepped up to give her with the support and guidance she merited. It's possible that if Poppy had been honest with Finn and allowed him to be involved in Luna's parenting, the outgrowth might have been relatively different. Finn has been milling over that aloud quite a bit, yet he's acutely apprehensive that what's done cannot be undone. With Luna now gone, at least until a plot twist might appear to alter that reality, the only feasible path for Finn is to move onward. But could the appearance of a new baby with Steffi maybe fit into that vision for the future? Steffi and Finn to drink another Cinnabon into their lives. However, there's a possibility that Finn and Steffi could be blessed with a baby girl this time around, if a gestation bow is indeed in the workshop. Finn truly deserves to be present in his son's life from the veritably morning, particularly because he missed out on Luna's birth and all the significant mileposts that came later. Poppy kept Finn ignorant of the situation, which meant he could only share in Luna's life sporadically as an consanguineous kinsman. We're fully confident that Finn would exceed as a father to another child alongside Steffi. He has demonstrated his awful parenthood capacities through all the gladdening moments he has participated with Hayes and Kelly. The only question that remains is whether the pens of B&B will choose to expand Finn and Steffi's family. This content could clearly come a point of discussion in the future.